Hey, also today, on the northeast side of Indy, people are noticing their drinking water tastes a little funny.
Yeah, and that's a problem. So don't worry, though. Their Citizens Energy Group is saying that the water is safe to drink. But we sent our Ella Rhodes out to kind of find out what's going on.
Drinking water feels like the only break you can get in this summer heat. But in a few northeast Indy neighborhoods, some people won't drink from the tap.
Has sort of that kind of moldy taste to it.
Citizens Energy Group says they got calls from customers in these 3 zip codes: 46220, 46240, and 46250 on Marion County's north side, who taste and smell the problem. Mainly the water from the Fall Creek treatment plant. Ben Easley from Citizens Energy Group says as unappealing as the water may be, it won't hurt you.
It has no impact on your health. It's totally safe. Your water is totally safe to drink.
So why does it have this funny, earthy taste to it? Easley says it's a seasonal issue, and the recent rain and heat make good conditions for the source of the problem: algae.
As we're seeing that algae pop up in reservoirs, waterways, sometimes it gets washed in after a large rain. That's what produces the organic compound MIB. That's what leads to the taste.
Believe it or not, you've probably drank the compound before.
In an organic compound that's always present but is in higher concentration right now.
Easley says everyone's sensitivity to the taste is different. Some people might not even notice it, but Peyton Hall does.
Tasted a little weird to me. It's more like metally.
He says it's not just in the drinking water.
I also noticed it when I shower in this area. My hair doesn't work the same way, I guess. Just not like the water where I live by like Washington and Post.
Easley says they have a plan in place for when this happens.
This is not the first time this has happened. It won't be the last, but it's always about watching it and altering our treatment process.
And people like Peyton and Laura say it won't stop them from taking a sip. In Indianapolis, Ella Rhodes, 13 News.
And Citizens Energy Group says they are treating the water a little differently to fix the issue, but that weird earthy taste will be gone in the next few days.
Today, a judge sentenced a teenager for killing an Anderson man. Joseph Van Note Jr. was just 13 years old when he stabbed 61-year-old Mark Miles to death. Van Note pled guilty without a plea agreement. Police say he admitted to following Miles home from a gas station after seeing a lot of cash in the man's pocket. Van Note will now remain in juvenile detention until he's 18, and then it'll be determined how his 45-year sentence will be served. So the judge handed down a 45-year sentence, but that's essentially suspended until that young man turns 18, then they'll reevaluate.
Okay. And then here's a really interesting story on the Far East Side. Cumberland police have a new device to stop criminals and keep officers safe, and it is a first in the state.
A first for law enforcement. This is called the Bulldog. It can remotely deploy stop sticks, which of course are used to stop a car during a chase. Let's show you how it works here. It's made in the Netherlands, and it uses compressed air to deploy those spikes. You see it right there at just the touch of a button. There it goes, and it's all ready to work. Now, Cumberland Police Chief Suzanne Woodland says this is safer than manually deploying them when an officer throws them out on the road and pulls them back. That puts them at risk of being struck by a fleeing car.
Yeah, we have seen that before.
We have, yes.
So they showed this to our reporter, Brandon Schaff, and he says this new device allows officers to deploy spikes from up to 100 yards away, the length of a football field. Brandon will give us a closer look, and we'll hear from police about it coming up tonight on 13 News at 6. Well, still ahead here at 4, a war of words. In a rare move, former President Obama's camp is responding to the latest attack from President Trump. Plus,
in the middle of all of this extreme heat, high water levels at Monroe Lake have closed some beaches, campgrounds, trails, even the main ramp into the lake. We'll tell you what DNR officials say about when things might get back to normal. Still ahead.
And we're going to run down the rainfall that caused that, and we're getting ready for the hottest, muggiest air of the year ahead in your forecast here in a few minutes.